Hey guys, I want to talk to you a little bit today about the different types of YouTubers there are out there and just some reflections I had on just some general things that I've seen and observed. And more specifically, I want to relate this to your lives and the way you conduct yourself and what you do with all these things that you consume. When you go on YouTube and you consume a channel like mine, or you consume a channel like thousands of others that exist out there, I just want to call your attention to something that I've noticed. I really believe there's two very different types of YouTube creators that are in this sort of like life advice, life reflection, like life whatever you want to say this channel even is. I don't even know how you would classify this, but what I've noticed, guys, there is more people making content out there that the main thrust of their content is just like kind of to complain or to commiserate about how unfair life is and how unfair dating is and how unfair the financial system is and how unfair, like, all on and on and on and on and on. There's like millions of hours of content that does nothing more than this. Complete whole channels of people out there doing nothing but just complaining about the way things are. And what I've seen is there's very few channels that are on the opposite end of that, the opposite side of that sort of thing. And rather than complaining, it's more about equipping people with good knowledge and actionable things that they can do to make their situation or to make their life better or to change things. And I want to call your attention to that fact when you guys go out there and you watch YouTube every day. And odds are, the YouTube logarithm is so good that if you found my channel, it's very likely that you found other channels that are in the same sort of space. And like I said, a lot of the things that are being fed to you, I am certain, and I know this because this is what gets fed to me on my feed, is just there's channel after channel after channel of guys and sometimes girls I've seen doing nothing more than just complaining about how frustrated they are by the opposite sex, about how frustrated they are about just the way the world works, about things in their lives and all this kind of stuff. And like I said, the only reason I'm bringing this up is I want to call your attention to it, and I want to get you guys and girls that listen to this to try to analyze that and think in a different way, rather than getting sucked in to that sort of content and that sort of world, and just allowing yourself to kind of like just be in that same pity party that they're in and just stay in that place. I want you guys to think about what you're listening to. Okay, is it actually giving you something that is actionable, something you can do something with, something you can use to change your life maybe? Because this is life as a whole, guys. This is the way the world works. There's some people that will be in a crappy situation and do nothing to change their circumstances. They'll go through their whole life doing nothing more than complaining, and they won't ever get up and take any action or do something different or try to change their circumstances or try to change the things in their life they're unhappy with. And I want to give you the example of, like, let's say that you were born into poverty, okay? You've got two options, guys. If you're born into poverty, that's a very horrible, hard thing to have to go through in life and deal with. But you can either, number one, spend your whole life complaining about how shitty it is to be poor and how much it sucks to live in a state of poverty and all this kind of stuff, or you can work very hard. You can bust your ass. You can exert, yourself your whole life till your last dying breath trying to climb out of that hole of poverty. You can do things about it. You can try different things. You can try to find solutions. Okay, so you have two very different paths. You have the ones that just stay and complain in their pool of pity, and you have the ones that actually get up and try to do something about it. And that's just what I'm relating back to this whole like YouTube content stuff and all the stuff that I see out there. There's so many people out there that just all they're doing is complaining. All they're doing is getting a lot of people to just stay down in the dumps with them, to just stay in this crappy mindset and just, kind of, group together and collectively, I guess, like feel better with one another. Just, because of the fact that they're all able to identify with one another. And, there's something to be said about social dynamics. I mean, people come together and feel better when they're all going through something crappy together. They all, it just, there's this collective nature that seems to make, people feel good for, only a period of time, guys. But, think about those things, okay? Rather than complaining your whole life, do what you can to change things, okay? It's that simple, right? If you're not happy with your dating life, if you're not happy with your financial life, if you're not happy with, any number of things in your life, like, question yourself, ask yourself, what are you actually doing to change those things? If you're not happy with the partners you're attracting, what are you doing to up your game? What are you doing to improve yourself, your person, improve the individual that you are? Are you trying to look better? Are you trying to act better? Are you trying to do things that might attract the caliber of person that you want? Financially, if you're in that financial hole, you're not making the money you want. What are you doing to enhance your qualifications? What are you doing to work a side job? What are you doing to do any number of 1,000,001 things that you could be doing to change that situation? And also, too, the last one, if you are in a bad mental state, okay, what are you doing to change that mental state? Are you trying to find things that might make you happy? Are you trying to find things that might help you cope with your depression, your anxiety, or any number of things you're going through in life? Or are you just staying in that like complainer mode, that pity party mode, that YouTuber mode that I talked about, that just wants to do nothing other than just get online and make a bunch of videos about complaining? Like, what are the action steps to get out of that crappy thing, that whatever it is they're describing, whatever it is that's got them so down? Like, what are they doing to climb out of that? What are you doing to climb out of that? Okay. It's like I said, guys, it's so easy to get sucked into this world of negativity. There's so much negative out there on YouTube and platforms like this. It's sad that it's like overwhelming, I feel like, in numbers, about like people out there that are spouting off those sorts of messages. And ironically enough, like, those videos get just a crap ton of views, and it just is what it is. It's people want to connect with and feel that, like I said, that unity, I think, amongst another crowd of people, to know that they're going through the same hard things that they are, and that's fine. There's something to be said for that, but that only takes you a certain distance. At some point, guys, you're going to have to wake up and electively, of your own accord, want to make some changes in your life to improve the things that you're not happy with. Okay, so just the reminder today, guys, like, don't stay in that pity party too long. Don't watch too much of that negative, toxic YouTube. Try to find channels that resonate with your action taking side, your creative side, your feeling good sort of side, that's going to catapult you out of those situations, like whatever they are that you're not happy with in your life. Okay. Like I said, just like the person in poverty, you got two different options, guys. You can stay in poverty, or you can bust your ass and try to get out of it. Okay. All right, guys. I hope that makes sense to you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon.